On September 18, 1931, a Japanese military officer detonated a bomb next to a Japanese-owned railway in northeastern China. An incident the Japanese army took as a pretext to invade China the next day. Although this Mukden incident happened 81 years ago, memory is still fresh enough to drive thousands out on the streets in Chinese cities. Since the Japanese government announced last week that it is buying some of the disputed Senkaku Islands from their private Japanese owner, Chinese have been protesting in dozens of Chinese cities. The tiny archipelago, called Diaoyu in Chinese, is controlled by Japan but also claimed by China and Taiwan. The Mukden incident anniversary on Tuesday gave many people a welcome historical peg to vent bad feelings against Japan. In the capital, the number of participants appears to have exceeded 10,000, the largest yet in the current standoff about the islands. For Beijing residents, this is a rare sight, as China's political system does not allow for mass demonstrations. On Tuesday, the entire area around the Japanese embassy, in a new embassy district also home to the embassies of the US, France, Israel and India, was blocked off. From 8 a.m. in the morning, groups of 100 to 500, mostly young men and women, started marching down the main street, waving Chinese flags and carrying banners. The slogans demonstrators are shouting or showing on placards are frightening. Many express hate and contempt of Japan, and some call for war. But while some of those marching seem agitated, most of the bystanders are comparatively cool-headed. Many say they have come because they are curious and hope that the government can stand up to Japan, but there are no calls for war. Security around the rally is heavy, with People's Armed Police in riot gear, SWAT teams and plainclothes on the watch, and regular uniformed police channeling participants into orderly lines. Officers also manage the crowd by controlling access to different sections of the road and advising people not to linger.
Here in Beijing, protests are peaceful and orderly. Many groups appear officially organized as the government tries to impose its own script. But elsewhere, demonstrations have turned ugly and violent. Their hate has been fueled by decades of government propaganda. It remains to be seen if Beijing can control these emotions now. Catherine Hiller, Financial Times, Beijing.